Good afternoon, everybody. So, you've probably heard this crazy theory called the flat earth theory that some people like to talk about, in which people believe the earth is flat. Now, we all know that's not true, but there's also another interesting theory called the second moon theory. Now, you're probably thinking, what is this guy talking about? Well, say Earth had two moons. Now, would it look like something like this in the sky? Who knows? But there is an interesting object that some people do kind of consider to be Earth's second moon. Now, how many planets in our solar system have one or more moons? Well, it turns out about 5 out of the 8 planets have moons. Now, according to an article by NASA that is called How Many Moons? NASA says, we on Earth have just one moon, but some planets have dozens of them. Others don't have any. And I will tell you a little bit more about this supposed second moon that we have here on Earth. Now, this is a moon that is actually more technically an asteroid. And in fact, an article by UNN, United News Network, in the article called Earth Has a Second Moon, they state, the fact is that there is kind of sort of something similar to a moon that was discovered in 2016. And we may have figured out how it was formed. We'll get more into that. However, try to twist your tongue around this one. The quasi-moon, as they call it, is named Kamo o Alewea. Now, it's pretty difficult to say that. But is it really a moon? According to an article by Deborah Bird in Earth Sky, she says, moons are defined as Earth's natural satellites. They orbit around the Earth, and in fact, although Earth sometimes has more than one moon, some objects you might have heard called Earth's second moon aren't really. They're more like asteroids. Now, how big is this thing? Well, actually, I'll show you a photo of it right here. If you can see that, it's actually this super, super tiny little dot here in the middle. Where did it come from? In an article called Lunar Riddle by Luke Kenton in the US Sun, he says, when they did a spectral analysis on this asteroid after it was discovered, they found that it matches similar kind of contents as the lunar rocks brought back from NASA's Apollo missions, suggesting it originated from the moon itself. It's unclear how it may have broken loose, and that's because there are no other known asteroids that have lunar origins. So this little tiny asteroid flying around the Earth may have actually broken off from our moon itself. Now, how long is this moon going to be sticking around? And will it orbit Earth forever? Actually, its orbit is a little awkward. It doesn't just go in a circle around Earth like you may think a moon would do. It has a more elongated orbit. And in fact, it's actually orbiting the sun just in a very close proximity to Earth, so that it seems like it's actually orbiting Earth, when in reality, the Earth and this asteroid are both orbiting the sun pretty much together. Now, in the article, Earth Has a Second Moon for at least another 300 years by Jeffrey Kluger in Time magazine, he says, the object will remain an earthly companion for only about 300 more years. Nothing at all on the cosmic clock. after which it'll break free of its current gravitational chains and twirl off into the void. So what did we learn here today? Let's review. Every once in a while, objects will orbit the Earth that can be kind of considered to be second or third moons or fourth moons, whatever you want to think of it like. However, these are typically just asteroids, and they have different origins. Now remember, this is a pretty fun fact. It's something you can talk to about people, and they won't even know what you're talking about. This asteroid will be in proximity to Earth for about 300 more years. And it's not very big. It's actually more around the size of maybe the Eiffel Tower. Okay, well, that's all I got for you today. Thanks and goodbye.